As he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. First carry for Darius Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Third down. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready to break.
The mic. Check. 48's the mic. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Right. Hey, look, 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Blue draw Corkers. Hey, Charlie.
Mike 48, Mike 48. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Ready?
Throwing on first down. Waters. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's got this down to the 35. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Right 54. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight. Check 13.
On play action, Haskins. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Check, check, watch 54.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
His first catch of the divisional round goes for a 1st down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch. He's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
Here's Haskins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now for the point after. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
On the ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout.
Defense, no game. 80 weapon. Ready. Get it.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brock. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Let's go now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Waters. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
On first down, this is Geis. There's the stiff arm. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Geis, they'll try to run it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. 2nd down, Haskins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, it's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Watch the eye.
Leo. 2.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Back to throw. Waters. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 50 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Get the ball.
Throwing on second down. Haskins. The ball popped in the air, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any...
It's caught at the 10. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 54 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
You ain't doing nothing today. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Waters going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Let's go. 61. Mike 50. Let's strip that ball.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Joey Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Haskins to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Haskins will throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
They begin the drive with Hines. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Waters. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike 50, Mike. Ready?
Looking to throw. Waters. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going for Metcalf on the deep. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Right there. 54 miles. Jim. Hey, look 3.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Yeah, they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
6-6, pull it high.
Check 15.
2nd and 10. He'll find Metcalf. And the ball is knocked out, and the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Let's get it.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
I'm coming.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Over the middle, complete. It's Brady. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Haskins now 9 of 17 through the air. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Throwing to start the drive. Waters. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Waters. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw. Waters flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking to throw. Waters toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but now it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
There you go. Mike. It's been a long day for you. Mike, 48. Mike.
Hey, wahoo!
48. 48, Mike. 48, Mike.
Now.
On 3rd down, Waters. He's got his tight end Fant. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Set up. 18 Gator. 61 Matchbox Lights.
Shoot. Watch the shoot. Check 3.
And get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. McCrary, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Yeah, let's get that ball again. Let's get that ball right here. Check, 52's the mic. Check, 52's the mic.
Operating from the gun. Waters, flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2. Haskins back to the air. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
General West. Go. Mike 50. 5.
On first down, McCrary. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Mike 50, huh? Tight down. Pull it together.
Yep.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, high 7. We want it.
To throw on 2nd down. Waters. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 50. Squeeze, double. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Waters, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Where'd it go?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Waters. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your...
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, Waters. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Waters. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graves. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 72 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
At their own 17-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
That's taken it around the 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
60 Pittsburgh.
It's just me and you.
Topper. Right.
They'll run on 1st down. McCrary, and he's got room. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Kill. Alert 3, alert 3.
They'll try the left side. McCrary. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They hand off to their big tight end. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Noah Fant taking it in. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Check. Greystone, travel. Cross. Check up.
Catch made here by Campbell. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside there.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 18. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
51 to Mike.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, Zoo. Clear.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
Fourth down and 1.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Let's go. Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we got 48 right now. Let's go. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch it. Ready? 48. 48 for Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 36. 36. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. 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 Check up. Check twist. Ready?
The carry here for the big tight end. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
I smell fear.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game.
Right here. Ready, go. Mike 51. Mike 55.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing now is Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Hey, we got four. We got four now.
Haskins to throw. Pryor has it complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
And it's third down.
Let's go. 54. They're running it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Brady. 21 yards there on third down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here we go with Haskins. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pryor. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point safely through. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
These guys take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Rip left, rip left.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 on the Seahawks 38-yard line.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh? Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist, but I bet you wanna be famous, huh? They act like they made us, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas.